The one word that came very often in the budget and that's caught the imagination of people is the word digital. Digital currency, digital assets which are going to be taxed. You haven't used the word crypto. Why do you refrain from using the word cryptocurrency? Is there a problem with using the word cryptocurrency, or are we pretending it doesn't exist?
But is it not digital?
It is, but...
So I use digital.
But the fact that you're taxing it, some of the experts from the finance ministry have said doesn't automatically make it legitimate. So yes. Where are we? In no man's land? Because it's being taxed, but it's not legitimate, so we don't know what's going on. And on budget day itself, you saw the queuing up for cryptocurrency that was happening. I want to ask you, why doesn't the government take a position so that you don't have another situation where people get into chit funds and then there are lots of Aam Aadmis who've left stranded? Why don't you educate people? Why don't you take a position on whether it's legal or not?
No, educating people is happening. PIB had issued sometime, I think 3 months ago, there was a statement given out by PIB as to what is the nature of things, and a number of advertisements which were coming full page in newspapers. So we did alert people about it. So that's one side. The other, extensive consultations are happening with all stakeholders. And we will take a position as to how we want to treat. Now, I can see a lot of concern in your voice when you tell me, what is it? What are you doing? Why don't you tell clearly? What is happening till before we say anything? What was happening last year? Nothing stopped people from doing what they wanted to do. By my not saying people are confused now, not at all. But I've said clearly, you go ahead if you want to do something. But then, if there is a transaction, and if profit is made out of that transaction, for the profit made, I will definitely tax. And for transactions where probably no profit is made and transactions are happening,
1%.
1% TDS, and that's not an additional tax. It's a TDS, you go reconcile it with the rest of the other transactions.
Is it retrospective?
Parliament has to first of all approve, right? So let it get approved and then you will get to know. One.
No, but what have you said? I mean, in the sense that what do you plan to do? Is it going to be for the year ending March 31st or will it begin from April?
As soon as from when the Parliament approves it, or whenever the finance bill comes for discussion, I would think. I have not mentioned anything to do with retrospective in it. Then about the digital currency. It's currency, I use it here. It is the prerogative of a sovereign authority. And in this case, the central bank, which is Reserve Bank of India. So currency will be issued by them?
But the central bank was also of the view that crypto should be banned. The fact that you're taxing it, not banning it, at least makes us assume that you're not in a mood to ban it outright. Is that the right way of interpreting it?
Well, the consultation will have to tell me as to what are the kind of...
आप tax कर लोगे, फिर बाद में बोलोगे कि ban कर दिया.
There is no way anything can stop a sovereign government, if it so desires, to tax an activity. Banning or not banning is subsequently when the consultations give me inputs in such a way that I can or I need not. That happens afterwards. But would you say till then I don't even tax when huge profits are being transacted? I will. Legitimate or not legitimate is a different question. Taxable is completely my prerogative.
So the question people want to know and have answers to, when will RBI be out with its digital currency? Have there any conversations happened before the budget was presented? Because you came up with this idea.
Obviously,
so is there a time frame that
we'll have to see? First of all, let this get passed.
And many people are saying that there is no regulatory body for these digital currencies that exist.
Has that stopped them from going into it?